And we're definitely in that wear you out phase. We've done nothing but go sideways between 20 and 30 for 2 years now. And downside risk, is it possible we pull back to 18 or 19? Yeah, that's a possibility. But say call it $2 of downside risk with, upside potential measured in, tens of dollars. I think we're going to see $50, $60 silver and, even higher prices beyond that.
Well, Steve, silver is, let's just say it's not a fun time in the silver market. So we're below 21. We're in the 20 region right now.
We're dying.
Ivan's crying. Ivan's jumping off the boat into the water. I don't know what's the chart telling you right now. Are we near a bottom? Is the pain almost over?
Well, yes, there's a lot I could say. So first of all, I think we're much closer to a bottom than any kind of top, that's for sure. And our mutual friend, David Morgan, likes to say a precious metals bull market will either wear you out or scare you out. And we're definitely in that wear you out phase. We've done nothing but go sideways between 20 and 30 for 2 years now. And downside risk, is it possible we pull back to 18 or 19? Yeah, that's a possibility. But say call it $2 of downside risk with, upside potential measured in, tens of dollars. I think we're going to see $50, $60 silver and, even higher prices beyond that. So I'll go ahead and share my screen. And, I'll also add, as I'm pulling up the chart here, that in times like this, I think it's important to have that deep fundamental conviction, or else, you're more likely to sell at the exact wrong time. So from a fundamental perspective here, we need to remind ourselves the government is trapped. It is mathematically impossible for them to repay the debts and unfunded liabilities that they've accrued without absolutely crushing the economy. So this repeats throughout history, and 100% of the time, these politicians always choose to debase the currency, and silver and gold are the prime beneficiaries of that exact environment. So it's important to have that conviction and understanding when you look at this chart. And the most recent low here was $20.42. Well, today we went and broke that low. Right now we're sitting at 2037. So that increases the possibility that we pull back to 1970 or even 1850. But there, like I said, there's also some signs that we're nearing a bottom. Number one would be the Commitment of Traders report. I've got that pulled up right here. And not to get too in the weeds on this, but these blue lines on the bottom show the net short position of the commercial banks. And they tend to have low net short positions at major lows. And right now we're at levels that are consistent with a major low. These bankers are positioning themselves for the next rally. And this isn't stupid money. This is smart money. We also see on the chart positive divergences forming in silver. And all that means is that price is making a lower low, but you can look at some momentum indicators or oversold indicators like RSI, and they're making a higher low. So the more of those that stack up, the more signs we are towards the bottom. We also see sentiment down in the tubes. So all of the things are lining up for a major low here. The big question is, do we see another $1 or $2 pullback before that low happens, or are we pretty much there now?
Yeah, it's a tough time to be a precious metals investor, both gold and silver. But I'm buying private. I'm buying private placements with warrants right now. Some of these there's some ridiculous deals that are being offered from companies that are trying to raise money so they can continue exploring. I actually just got off a Zoom call with Quentin Henney, a geologist, and he's like, this just doesn't make any sense. We're running out of a lot of these metals. It's ridiculous. We need to start mining urgently. Otherwise, there's going to be massive shortages in the coming years. ESG has really just crushed a lot of investment capital into this sector. And you're seeing it in oil and gas right now because they haven't invested. They haven't invested in the sector. It's just kind of crazy, everything that's going on right now.
Yeah, it is. The billionaire investors, billionaire resource investors, you can be rest assured that they're scaling in, they're accumulating at these levels, and they enjoy this. And to be honest with you, I almost hope we pull back to 18 or 19 because I've got a plan in place, and savvy investors do. But the reason I hope we don't is because that tends to hurt the average retail investor, because they tend to sell at the worst possible time. But there's a lot of money to be made in these kind of environments.
So a lot of people